Hi everybody, welcome to week 8 of Andy's challenge to preparing yourself for the triathlon in February, Challenge Melbourne. And what's been happening with your body this week, Andy? Any troubles with your training?
No troubles at all. Just have been noticing a little bit of tightness on the left ITB.
Okay, so that's something that's quite common when people are increasing their volume to get the tightness along the lateral sides of their thighs from the cycling and also the running. But what we don't want that to then develop into is more of an inflammatory problem down around the outside of the knee. So there's a band that runs down the outside of the thigh called your iliotibial band, or ITB, and when there's an increase in tension in that, it can cause some extra friction at the outside of your knee when you're bending it, straightening it, either cycling or running. And there's a few contributing factors to that developing aside from just tightness in the thigh. So if you also have some tightness in some of the muscles up around the hip area here that attach into the ITB, that can be a bit of a concern. Also weakness in some of the specific glute muscles that control the hip stability, as well as some lower limb control problems, maybe some extra pronation with your foot so your leg is rotating in a little bit too much, and also stuff on the bike, Andy, that you may have come across as well.
Yep, so maybe if your seat's a bit too high, or if your knee's riding inwards a little bit, or even if maybe your cleats not quite in alignment and rotate a little bit, you certainly get a bit extra stress in there.
Yep.
And so outside the knee there.
So all those factors are important to assess. Your bike setup, your foot dynamics, and the tightness and weakness in different areas around your body to help prevent an increase in tension and then resultant pain around the knee. So one of the things that we look at is the hip stability, which we've gone through with Andy before. So looking at that position that your hips are in. So if you stand up, Andy, here, and stand just on your left leg there, and if you can see that position there where his hips are level is ideal. But if you've got some weakness here and his hip is dropping and it's in that position there when you're in your landing phase while you're running, it increases the tension in the band around here and puts more pressure on the structures on the side of the knee. So certainly some work on that, which we've covered in some previous posts, but also just some soft tissue management technique things, such as the foam roller to help relieve some of the tension there. So just jump up on your side there, Andy. So really trying to roll through that area there to relieve some of the tension in the lateral part of the thigh muscle as it comes down towards the knee. And also spending some time with everybody's favourite Ironman tool, the spiky ball, and trying to release some of the tension into the glutes at the back, rolling around, finding those tender spots. And I also like to roll more onto the stomach side and get it into this corner, little muscle here at the top corner of your hip called your TFL, which attaches directly into the ITB. So trying to manage the tension in through there with those tools is a really helpful way. But certainly as soon as you're getting any sort of symptoms in the side of your knee there, down at where the ITB rubs on the side of the femur, it's really important to get on top of it as soon as you can so it doesn't become a chronic issue and have an impact on your capacity to do lots of training volume. So get stuck into those things, Andy, and make sure we keep on top of that and don't let it trouble your training program.
Alright, no worries. Thanks, Cory. See you guys.